everyone. We'll call our council, excuse me, our
Committee of the whole.
Committee of the Whole. Thank you. I was like, where is it? To order here at 6 p.m. in council chambers. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Silas.
Present.
Macias.
Present.
Razak.
Present.
Timian.
Present.
Finch.
Present.
McNeil.
Present.
Castro. Schmidt.
Present.
All right. We do not have remote electronic attendance. Public comment, Chief.
Simon Zimmerman.
Okay. Thank you.
Good evening, Council. My name is Simon Zimmerman, now a sophomore at Southern Illinois University Carbondale, and I'm here tonight to talk a little bit about recreation in the parks of Moline, particularly at Riverside Pickleball Courts in Stevens Park in Moline. I want to begin by talking about how we want to push the lights back to 11 p.m. from when they were moved to 9 p.m. as a result of a post-prom party at UT and Moline's prom. I was told upon returning from Moline from college that this had now become a move the funds backwards because there had been misconduct, gross vandalism at the parks, and as a result, the lights had to move forward as a disciplinary action towards the kids in Moline. Now, I'm not here to defend any of the actions. I understand why the city acted as they do. You had to discipline the kids. However, now that we are over a month out of that event, we are proposing that you push the lights back to 11 p.m. Because at the end of the day, does the disciplinary action truly impact just evildoers or the greater community as a whole? And I think we, as some of our kids here, are a perfect example of this. Some of my friends behind me work traditional 9-to-5 jobs or 8-to-4s. I, as a Whitey's employee, traditionally working night shifts where I don't get off until 10 p.m. Before, I had the opportunity to come down to the courts and play a game or two after my shifts. And now our schedules don't even overlap because the courts had closed an hour before I could even get off my shift. So, today, we want to propose pushing those lights back to 11 p.m. and for the greater good of the community and for the recreation of the kids, because this is something that we have used as an opportunity to bond closer together and really just grow closer together as a community because we enjoy the game so much, and it's a good way to get outside and use recreation. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Normally, we do not do an interact during public comment, but can you please tell the council if you've spoken at the park board meeting yet?
I have not spoken at the park board meeting.
Okay, so to be clear, park board made that decision, but certainly the council can talk to park board, and
Thank
especially through the city administrator. Thank you.
Happy to.
But you're also free to go talk to the park board too.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Anyone else?
Yes, one more. Bonnie Johnson.
Okay. And I neglected to say that we have 3 minutes for each person. You were in the time limit, so I didn't cut you off.
Good evening, Council. My name is Bonnie Johnson. I'm the Moline Township Supervisor. I'm just here to bring to the forefront to remind everyone of the parking issues in and around Moline Township. Our seniors battle this issue every day. Moline Township is grateful for any help City of Moline can give our seniors to resolve the parking issue. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Anyone else in the audience? Thank you. We move to board appointments. They are extensive because I had a backlog, y'all, but the job is now done. Some are reappointments, some are appointments, and they're only official if I read them out loud. So, Mayor's reappointment of Elizabeth Finch to the Moline Commission on Youth for a 3-year term to expire March 31st, 2029. Mayor's reappointment of Regina Nelson and Bob Poor to the Library Board of Trustees for 3-year terms to expire May 31st, 2029. Mayor's appointment of Michelle King to the Library Board of Trustees to fill the unexpired term of Diane Anani to expire May 31st, 2027. Mayor's appointment of Kellen Taylor to the Historic Preservation Commission for a 3-year term to expire April 30th, 2029. Mayor's appointment of Gilbert Pena to the Keep Moline Beautiful Commission for a 3-year term to expire November 30th, 2029. Mayor's appointment of Amanda Kirscheider to the Park and Recreation Board for a 5-year term to expire May 31st, 2031. Mayor's appointment of Richie Macias to the Public Art Commission for a 2-year term to expire September 30th, 2027. Mayor's appointment of Matt Hernandez to the Citizens Advisory Council on Urban Policy to fill the unexpired term of Jersey Rivers to expire July 31, 2028. And Mayor's appointment of Alan Silas to the Bi-State Regional Commission as City Council Representative concurrent with their aldermanic term expiring May 1, 2027. And I will let you know that I do need a council representative, a council liaison to the Keep Moline Beautiful Commission, which is a 4 o'clock meeting. I can't remember what day, but since Debbie Murphy stepped down as alderperson, we have lost that liaison. So please be thinking about who could step up to fill that out. Any questions on appointments? Okay. We have presentations tonight. Carol Barnes, GFOA's Popular Annual Financial Report Award for 2024.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. We and I am very, very happy to share that the city is the first-time recipient of GFOA's Popular Annual Financial Report for 2024. And you've probably seen this around City Hall over the last year. It's a bound copy that we have outside of our council chambers. But we're the first-time recipient for that. And the Popular Annual Financial Report recognizes state and local governments that focus primarily on transparency. Governments to receive the award must produce concise, user-friendly financial reports that are designed for easy readability. Submitted documents are reviewed by an independent panel that evaluates understandability, reader appeal, creativity, overall quality, as well as the distribution of methods. And so tonight, I'd like to recognize, and I'd really like the team to come up. We've got 3 primary team members. The first one is our Community Engagement Manager, Ashley Allen. And
I want you to go up.
Yeah, come on.
This is a photo op, guys. Come on.
Yeah, we'll let you come on up.
This time, we're taking your picture.
We've got our executive coordinator, Macy McManus, and Adam Moore, our business analyst in finance. And needless to say, I am very, very proud of this team. They took the lead in compiling this for the very first time. They worked with many people throughout the city, and it is not an easy award to receive by any means. So with that, I would just like to say we're going to be receiving a actual plaque of recognition, but we were so excited we wanted to come and tell you because it could take 6 to 8 weeks before we get that.
Well, thank you so
Yes.
much for your work and congratulations.
And before you scoot away, we are actually compiling our 2025 report. I'm going to let you get a first little glance at it. And our intern, I'll have you come up as well, Rowan. Rowan Smith, she is our accounting intern, has also joined this team to help compile this report. And like I say, we hope to get it submitted this week. And I am hoping as well that we're going to be recognized.
Great,
So.
thank you so much. So, Carol, you're on for 6.2, GFOA's Triple Crown Award for 2024.
And so I'd like this team just stay put, because I'm going to have some more staff members join you. But as a result of receiving that popular annual financial report, we couldn't have done it without this report. The city has now been recognized and awarded GFOA's Triple Crown Award for 2024. We are one of only 441 governments nationwide to receive the award. Total governments nationwide, and some of them are small towns, but all the way up to the big cities, there's over 91,000 governments, and we are one of 441. So, needless to say, we're very excited from the world of finance to receive this type of award. It's a very big deal for us. To qualify for the Triple Crown, a city, a government must have received GFOA's Certificate of Achievement, which is our audit report that we just presented a couple of weeks ago. Baker Tilly helps prepare that. But we have received that award for 33 years. We must also have received the Distinguished Budget Award, which we received for the last 4 years. And now this is our first year for the Popular Annual Financial Report. So that's all part of that process. And our entire finance department was not able to come tonight because they had a lot of other family commitments, but I would like to recognize those that are here. So I'm just going to kind of read your names off. If you'd like to come up, please. My Assistant Finance Director, Lupe. Our Utility Billing and Customer Service Manager, Janine. Our Budget and Revenue Manager, Courtney. Our Accounting Manager, Andrea. And our accountant, Will, told me he could not be here tonight, but he was also very, very present. And I don't know if Jillian was able to make it or not. One of our accounting techs had hoped to have made it here. She may show up a little bit late. But we have 9 accounting techs in our department. And as you know, they're the first line people doing the heavy lifting with our customers. And they, together, our entire department takes in over $165 million a year. And we have to properly account for all of that. So again, I just want to thank our department for all the hard work, dedication, long nights, and again, I want to thank weekends. There's been a few, yes. And certainly want to recognize the mayor and council for your continued support and your guidance through the process. But very, very pleased to have the Triple Crown Award.
Well, what an honor. Congratulations to you all. Thank you. So, Ashley, are you directing everyone to take pictures of us? All right. Hopefully you'll have some help so you can be in the picture, Ashley. All right, thank you. We do have a proclamation this evening. A proclamation request by Eric Griffith, Director of Parks and Recreation, to declare the month of July 2026 as Park Recreation Month. You want to say something?
Yes, thank you very much. This time of year is the best time of the year for Parks and Recreation. We have over 100 different seasonal and full-time employees between our Green Valley, our recreation programming, forestry operations, Riverslide. It goes on. And so we thank you guys for the continued support. Thank you to the community for the continued support, and thank you for the proclamation.
So the proclamation reads, whereas parks and recreation facilities and programs are an integral part of communities throughout this country, including Moline, and whereas Parks and Recreation promotes health and wellness, improving the physical and mental health of people who live near parks, and whereas Parks and Recreation encourages physical activities by providing space for popular sports, hiking trails, swimming pools, and many other activities designed to promote active lifestyles, and whereas our Parks and Recreation are vitally important to establishing and maintaining the quality of life in our communities, ensuring the health of all citizens, and contributing to the economic and environmental well-being of a community and region. And whereas Parks and Recreation programs increase the community's economic prosperity through increased property values, expansion of the local tax base, increased tourism, the attraction and retention of businesses, and crime reduction. And whereas Parks and Recreation areas are fundamental to the environmental well-being of our community. And whereas our parks and natural recreation areas ensure the ecological beauty of our community and provide a place for children and adults to connect with nature and recreate outdoors. Now, therefore, I, Sangeetha Rayapati, Mayor of Moline, do hereby proclaim July 26th as Park and Recreation Month. Thank you, Mr. Griffith. And it's a perfect time to connect with folks who care about the parks. I'm sure he'll be happy to speak with you, gentlemen. All right. So questions on the agenda is next. Just please note we are moving item 17.6 to the non-consent agenda, and we'll read that one right after the omnibus motion. Mr. Vitas has an update on that project. Any questions on that? Hearing none, we'll move to the Committee of the Whole agenda items. 9.1, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute and attest to an independent contractor agreement with Bush Construction Company, Inc. for new central fire station construction manager at risk services for the amount of $909,000. Excuse me. Uh-oh, I'm having my little can't read the dollar sign thing. It's so big. Sorry. $909,328. It's been a long day, apparently. Go ahead, Mr. Schmidt.
All right, good evening. The city received 7 submissions for these services. Staff reviewed, it was very competitive. We determined that Bush Construction was the most well qualified for these services. So during the next 7 months, if approved, or several months, if approved, they will work closely with city staff and also the project's architect, FGMA. They will provide pre-construction services that will include design reviews, conceptual cost estimates, and also construction management services throughout the project. This will help with actually the constructability of the project and work towards reducing any change orders throughout the duration of the project. This is a construction manager at risk contract. So at 90% of design completion, we will open the contract back up. We will determine the guaranteed maximum price for the project, which means that they'll help us determine how much the project will cost. Anything above that they are not responsible for, they will actually be on the hook for, basically, if that makes, or let me rephrase it. So there's a guaranteed maximum price. Anything above that, Bush will be responsible for that payment. So with that, we would like recommendation to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Finch, seconded by Schmidt. Discussion. Mr. Timian?
I'm curious, at what point do we need this role filled? We haven't done it for other projects before. Is it based on dollar amount, complexity of project? When we did the pool, that was a fairly expensive project. We didn't need this kind of oversight. Yeah. So what is the tipping point that, Yes, it's not a small amount of money, that's why I'm asking.
No,
Yeah.
I'm happy to step in. I mean, this process up until this point has been led by the architect. So the architect that we hired several years ago has gotten to a point where they're at 40% of the drawings have been completed. So the risk you take by not having somebody in this role is the architect just simply continues to design, and then you're delivered with a number at the end. At that point, you could hire somebody, but then it's too late, because what we're looking for is, and this is very similar to a design-build concept, you know, you do put a cap, a maximum not to exceed level on the project, and basically what will happen is Bush will be responsible to now review not only the 40% drawings, but then going forward, as these drawings progress, every single detail, every nut, every bolt, every roof panel, every door, every window, every tile, all of that gets assessed. So that as you go forward, then you end up with a final figure that's pretty much ironclad. It's not perfect, but it's pretty much ironclad compared to just allowing the architect to run away with the project. So it's a very common practice. It's done. For example, Metrolink uses the same process. The folks at the Civic Center Authority use the same process. They're using the same process across the river in Bettendorf on the police department. They're using the same process with the school. The Ataveros School.
Okay.
So very
So
common
it's
practice.
kind of, would it be correct to say we have 2 layers of control of risk of the cost getting
Yes.
jacked up? One is the impact agreement and one is the construction manager at risk.
Well, the impact agreement is really meant to prevent work stoppages by
Correct.
labor, right?
Which work
Which
stoppages
could-
increase costs,
Which
so,
could result in increased
Right.
costs, correct.
okay. Any other questions from the council? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes.
Good question.
9.2, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute and attest to an intergovernmental agreement separately with each participating taxing body for property tax abatement as established under the Moline River Edge redevelopment zone in the city of Moline, and authorizing the city attorney and staff to do all things necessary to complete each of the city's responsibilities as referred to in such agreement. Mr. Parr, Mr. Atkins, thank you.
Thank you. So for the IGA, River Edge Redevelopment Zone,
previously approved for our application 306-2025. That ordinance authorizing our submission last December to DCO for the River Edge Redevelopment Zone application. April 1st, received the approval from DCO. One of the key local incentives that we added, in addition to the program state incentives, was a property tax abatement. So we proposed a property tax abatement for qualified projects in the zone of 90% rebate on the increment of the participating taxing bodies. So with that and with the approval, then we sent an intergovernmental agreement to all the taxing bodies outlining how they would participate and basically agree with our application, agree to participate in the property tax abatement. So that's in process. They have them, and we're going to get those back instead of one by one by one. This collectively brings all those together. So authorizing the approval for execution when we receive those back from each taxing body.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Finch, seconded by Schmidt. Discussion. Mr. Schmidt?
Do we have any indication to date on how this has been received or any questions that have come back?
Yes, so 3 have already taken it forward to their respective boards, had it approved. That was the school district, Metrolink, and Forest Preserve District. So we've received those back, waiting on a signature. Rock Island County and the airport are scheduled to bring those forward. I'm talking with both of them next week just to go over the final few details. They'll take those forward to the respective boards, and then waiting to hear. We're in communication with Blackhawk Community College. They're having their legal counsel still reviewing it at this time. And then we made contact with Moline Township last week and waiting to hear back.
And we have had previous conversations before.
Oh, yes.
Right,
Yes.
so
Yes.
it's not a surprise to the taxing bodies. We have a joint review board meeting every July, and that is coming up again next week.
Yeah, soon. We did last year, even before
Yeah.
application. We met independently and individually with everyone to go through exhaustively, go speak to their respective boards or staff as needed, do presentations. So that was all done pre-application. So it was eyes wide open. They knew what was going in.
And, yes, Mr. Schmidt?
And sorry if you listed both, I missed one. Is the zone entirely in Moline Township?
No.
I believe,
Is there South Moline?
There's South Moline Township,
Yeah.
which would
Okay.
cut up toward East Moline.
Okay.
Yeah, the east end.
Yeah, I guess so. So that's one we can add to it. We also did add the language in here for any applicable SSAs as necessary, but that's under our purview as well. But yeah, so South Moline, we can do that.
And just to confirm what you have told me for the council, with us signing this and gathering all the other entities' signatures, we become the first community to have this process fully complete. From the 3 that went forward last year, Rock Island, Moline, and East Moline.
With the local incentives. So Rock
Yeah.
Island submitted
Yeah.
without adding local incentives and had theirs approved last year. We're now working with them. We've given them a copy of all that we've done. We're just talking openly so that they're looking to mirror East Moline, and Rock Island are contemplating mirroring exactly what we did.
What we're doing.
Yes.
Yep, got
So
it.
therefore, there'll be some synchronicity.
Yeah. Any other questions from the council? Yes, Mr.
Since
Silas?
Metrolink is an involved party, I would like to recuse myself from voting.
Okay, thank you. Anything further from the council? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you. 9.3, a resolution approving work authorization number 05A with MKSK for the Moline Riverfront as an amendment to the professional services agreement originally approved by Council Bill Resolution number 1161-2023 to provide further existing conditions analysis, architectural programming, and create a demolition package for the Riverfront District, and authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute and attest to work authorization number 05A with MKSK for the amount not to exceed $100,000 for professional services necessary to support the advancement of the demolition approach and scope package for the Moline Riverfront redevelopment project, and authorizing city staff to do all things necessary to implement work authorization number 05A and advance the Moline Riverfront demolition process. Mr. Park.
Yes, so with MKSK, additional scope of work, we're at the stage now where we have been going through the buildings, finalized certain conditions relative to the overall site plan, feeding in floodplain issues, civil engineering issues. As we get ready to launch that, we're ready for that next step. specifically creating the demolition plan. So this is our approach at the end of this process with MKSK, specifically with Streamline as one of the subcontractors. We will create a demolition package for the entire Bridgepoint structure, and then they'll be able to take that forward to bid for demolition quotes.
How long do they anticipate, oh wait, we need a motion on the floor.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Mr. Timian?
Motion to.
Seconded by Finch. Discussion? How long,
I know.
do you anticipate them having to take to create this plan? I mean, the public's waiting, we're waiting.
Yeah. So the demolition package in 60 days should be complete, exhaustive, and hit the streets. So it gives us the opportunity to consider demolition or bring forward the conversation for demolition this year.
Okay.
I think it's important to note that, getting to this stage required us to negotiate pretty extensively with these different firms. So when you look at the attachment and you take a look specifically at the fourth page on the one, it lays out who takes the lead responsibility going forward as well as who's going to be in an assisting capacity. So for purposes of the public realm, as we call it, which is going to be the boardwalk, the amphitheater, the park open space, any of those outdoor amenity features that were a major part of the plan, that is going to really be led by MKSK and Lake Flato Architects. So Lake Flato was involved when we were designing the plan originally, so they're still out there. But that's going to be all things public realm, in terms of the demolition, in terms of the buildings, and then the adaptive reuse of the buildings that remain. The tower, the shipping and receiving warehouse, which is the furthest south building, and then the adjoining building, which is actually was the parts warehouse. Those are the buildings that are right now scheduled to remain. So the demolition, selective demolition, is to separate everything north of that carefully so that we can actually continue to use those buildings, and rather than build new space, we have space that's available. So Streamline is going to take the lead on all of that. And then we have the structural engineers, we have the sub to Streamline, which is RTM Engineering. Site Civil is Crawford Tilley. We've used those folks here for years. Great company, did a great interview. So they're going to do the site civil engineering and the site structural and electrical, and then EMH&T, who was here as a part of the original discussions for the original design work. They'll do the floodway and all the storm engineerings, and ICF will do grant preparation. They'll take the lead on that, specifically the brick grant that we're working on. So there's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of complexity, I guess is the point when you look at this. So I'm just glad we're at this point, because now you're going to start to see the momentum build,
Have we heard yet back about the build grant, which could pay for part of this?
Not yet.
Yeah, so
I
that's any day.
Any day now, yeah.
Just for council recollection, that's the federal grant from the Secretary of Transportation. Okay, thank you. There's nothing further, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you very much. We'll call our regular council meeting to order, beginning with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do you have an invocation, Mr. Timian?
I do not.
Roll call, please.
Alderperson Silas.
Present.
Macias.
Present.
Razak.
Present.
Timian.
Present.
Finch.
Present.
McNeil.
Present.
Castro. Schmidt.
Present.
All right, no remote electronic attendance. Is there any further public comment this evening? Hearing none, we'll move to our consent agenda.
Your Honor, I request the approval of Committee of the Whole and Council meeting minutes of May 19, 2026, and consent agenda items. Oh, you know what? That's not right.
Yeah, 16.
Let me read that off the
Yep.
agenda. Committee of the Whole and Council meeting minutes of June 9, 2026. Committee of the Whole meeting minutes of June 16, 2026. Consent agenda items 17.1 through 17.5. and 17.7 through 18.2 inclusively.
Motion to approve?
Second.
I'm sorry, I have a question. You said 18.2. I don't,
Yeah, my script did not get updated right.
okay,
Didn't care
let's
if I
just try.
reread it.
Try the numbers again, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Do you want me to read the whole thing?
Yep,
Okay, let's see.
yep.
We also missed appointments made including the whole.
Yeah, I haven't got, that's last. Did I read that? Did I not read
This
that at all?
part right here, yes, I heard this too. You didn't read the June
Okay.
23.
Okay. Sorry,
Because
I'm a
it's
hot
missing from your
mess.
script.
It's okay.
Since you
Okay.
said your script was off, so.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
Well, just
Okay.
try, take
Because we
two.
didn't have appointments last time. All right. So, Committee of the Whole and Council meeting minutes of June 9, 2026. Committee of the Whole meeting minutes of June 16, 2026. Consent agenda items 17.1 through 17.5 and 17.7 through 17.10 inclusively, and appointments made at Committee of the Whole on June 23rd, 2026.
Yes,
Nailed it.
we got it.
Second.
Whew.
You, what,
Motion to
you
approve.
were the first, okay, Finch, seconded by Schmidt, thank
Okay.
you very much. Roll call,
Thank you.
please.
Alderperson Timian,
Aye.
Finch,
Aye.
McNeil,
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Silas,
Aye.
Macias,
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, and that motion carries. So now we have item 17.6 that was pulled off of the consent agenda. And that is a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute and attest to a solar facility site lease agreement with Community Power Group LLC, a Delaware limited liability company, to lease a portion of certain city-owned property to allow leasee to develop, construct, own, operate, and maintain a solar photovoltaic energy production and storage facility for a 25-year base period with certain specified extensions.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Finch, seconded by Razak. We have discussion, and I know it's been moved to non-consent agenda because Mr. Vitas has an update.
So some last minute information that came in after we, I think it was right after we got the agenda out, double checking the time. So yeah, late on Friday afternoon, and I was out of the office on Friday afternoon. So on Monday, I found an email that came in from Abby, who represents the Community Power Group, who is the lessee of our property. These are the people who are investing in the development of the solar project. So the email that I received basically said that the Mid-American company had gone in and completed an update to their system impact study. And in the process of doing that, they determined that the maximum project size at this location is not the 5 megawatts, which was referenced earlier on the last 2 years, but it's actually 3 megawatts. So it's a significant reduction, actually, in the size of the project. Again, this is a Mid-American issue. This is not a Moline issue. This is not a Community Power Group. This is Mid-American. So they're saying that is the maximum megawatts that that site can accommodate today. That means it would be a smaller area that would ultimately be leased from the city on the Bowie farm. And as you'll remember, going way back when we started this discussion almost 4 or 5 years ago, that we were looking at the entire property, which would have been estimated at 20 to 22 megawatts. So we're using a smaller portion of it to actually launch into this process. And at such time in the future that Mid-American makes more power available, we would be able to expand this site, and that's what it's reserved for. But right now, that's what I learned yesterday, and I wanted to share that with you. Sean Ajazi is also online, who has been our consultant on this project since the beginning. It does not eliminate the ability for the city to subscribe and be that 40% anchor, but it does mean that we would see fractionally some amount less in terms of savings on energy, because we don't have 5 megawatts to draw from, we only have 3. Sean, maybe I know you're there. If you want to jump in and add anything else, please do.
Yeah, I appreciate the time to speak. It is a smaller system. That's still about 7 million total kilowatt hours that the system will generate on the first year basis. So it is still a significant 40% subscription allocation for the city and other governmental entities to subscribe to as a savings mechanism for each entity that subscribes. The Mid-American System Impact Study that came back, Community Power Group under that agreement would be spending about $1 million to fully get the system upgraded to allow for the 3 megawatt hour system to be fully energized and constructed. So it is a good commitment from Community Power Group for the city of Moline for the collective solar project. So it's still a very good, viable program. It's still going to be the first of its kind in Mid-American service territory, and Community Power Group is all in as a partner with the city for this project.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you taking the time to be with us, Mr. Ajazi. I'm sure council may have questions. I want to make sure I say at this juncture, because Community Power is our partner and the investor in the project, and we still reap the benefit of them leasing the land, it feels to me like something that we should continue to provide for residents is any sort of reduction that we can get on energy costs. But also, I feel like it frees us up to explore other places where solar can be installed. People have talked about parking lots, people have talked about top of buildings before, and that's just a piece we hadn't gotten to yet, but this could be the impetus for us to talk more about that. And also, I'm never going to get my agrivoltaic piece. I'm never going to get the farming underneath it, I don't think. But,
we'll see. We're working on it.
It's coming. There are newer programs coming along.
All right, well,
committed.
that's been one of my personal interests anyway in this type of project. But there was another piece of it. Oh, and I'm going to say it out loud. We are this weird little extension of an Iowa-based energy company. And if our city has to have conversations about where else we can get energy from, then we might have to do that if we can't get enough energy from the one place that we are allotted. So I just wanted to say that out loud to the council.
Well said, Mayor.
All right.
Mayor, if I could.
Yes, Mr. Atkins.
I just wanted to assure everyone, I have reviewed this particular contract in light of this change. I've also spoken with counsel for Consumer Power Group. Both of us agree that there is no need for any changes in this particular agreement because of this change. We always had a site plan that we knew was subject to change. It's written into the agreement that it's subject to change, because there needs to be some site condition examination and work done to figure out exactly where it would be placed, the facility. Now it's going to be a question of exactly how big it is as well, but the agreement already takes care of everything necessary. This is only with regards to the leasing of the site. Obviously, there are other issues that may need to be addressed down the road. But I just wanted to assure everyone that this, although it could change the deal overall, does not in any way change the agreement that you have before you.
So we're free to vote on it as written is what
Correct.
You're saying? Yes, Mr.
So there was no
Chair.
discussion about shrinking the size as a result of this?
There is a strong possibility it may need to be shrunk, but already the site plan
Subject to
called
change.
for looking at exactly how much of the site was necessary and figuring out exactly where to place it. We have an estimate right now, but the estimate was based on a 5 megawatt facility, but there is enough give in that description that we don't need to make any changes to the lease in order to accommodate this particular change.
And so their rent could go down if the size change?
Actually, we talked about that, and there is no expectation there will be any difference with regard to the rent.
Awesome, thank you.
This is a good
Less
partner for
land.
us to have.
Less land, same
As I
money.
said, there is nothing that we need to change according to the review from both sides of this particular lease. So the
Okay.
lease as written should be fine. The only thing that will change is exactly where on the site they will be, which could include it'll be a smaller area.
Thank you.
There you go.
Mr. Schmidt?
If, through some miracle, so we're up and running the 3 kilowatt site, and then turns out, oh, now you can go up to 5 and we're looking to expand that site, would we have to revise the lease at that point, or would this kind of, since they're keeping that whole site, would that piece at least be still set?
I think that the way that we structured it, as I interpret it, and I haven't discussed that particular issue with opposing counsel or with their counsel. I guess we're not in court, so it's not opposing. I haven't discussed that particular issue, but the way I interpret it, once we have the final site worked out and construction begins, they would be locked in, but we would have the ability to mutually agree to expand the site. However, our lease payments are not based on the amount of the site that they are using. It is based on how they're using it. So for instance, we have one set of lease payments for their due diligence period, another for their construction period, and yet another for their operational period. We also have a separate amount for the period when they are closing down and when they are decommissioning. So it's based on operations, on what they're doing on the site, not based on how much of the site they're using.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Mr. Schmidt?
Mid-American has continued to disappoint at every step of this process. But I agree that this is still, it is not the benefit we wanted to realize, but it still is benefit for us and for the residents. And so very much something we should continue. And I also just want to speak in support of looking at expanding that in whatever avenues make sense in the future, whether at that site or additional sites as well.
Thank you.
But we will be looking at solar for the new fire station on the roof as a part of the design,
There you go.
so you know.
Thank you. All right, so for 17.6, all in favor, roll call, please.
Alderperson Timian?
Aye.
Finch? Aye. McNeil?
Aye.
Schmidt?
Aye.
Silas?
Aye.
Macias?
Aye.
Razak?
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, and that motion carries. Item non-consent agenda, first reading ordinances. An ordinance amending Chapter 35 zoning and land development of the Moline Code of Ordinances, specifically Article 5 site improvement and performance standards, Division 1 parking and loading standards, Table 35-5100.3 minimum required parking spaces to lower the number of parking spaces required for residential land uses.
Motion to advance the second reading?
Second. That's Timian, followed by Finch. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson Timian?
Aye.
Finch?
Aye.
McNeil?
Aye.
Schmidt?
Aye.
Silas?
Aye.
Macias?
Aye.
Razak?
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion to advance to second reading carries. Item number 19.2, an ordinance enlarging the corporate limits of the city of Moline by annexing thereto a certain parcel of land in Rock Island County, Illinois, commonly known as 4200 29th Street, Moline, Illinois, 61265, parcel number 17-09-410-017.
Motion to advance the second reading.
Second.
Motion by Finch, seconded by Razak. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson Timian?
Aye.
Finch?
Aye.
McNeil?
Aye.
Schmidt?
Aye.
Silas?
Aye.
Macias?
Aye.
Razak?
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion to advance to second reading carries. Item number 19.3, an ordinance enlarging the corporate limits of the city of Moline by annexing thereto a certain parcel of land in Rock Island County, Illinois, commonly known as 1523 36th Avenue, Moline, Illinois, 61265, parcel number 17-08-406-007.
Motion to advance the second reading.
Second.
Motion by Finch, seconded by Silas. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson Timian?
Aye.
Finch?
Aye.
McNeil?
Aye.
Schmidt?
Aye.
Silas?
Aye.
Macias?
Aye.
Razak?
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion to advance to second reading carries. Item number 19.4, an ordinance amending Chapter 20, Motor Vehicles and Traffic of the Moline Code of Ordinances, Appendix 35 thereof, altered speed limits, school speed limit by adding University Drive from 1,800 feet west of 34th Street to 34th Street.
Motion to advance the second reading.
Second.
Motion by Finch, seconded by Schmidt. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson Timian.
Aye.
Finch.
Aye.
McNeil.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Silas.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion to advance to second reading carries. Item number 19.5, an ordinance amending Chapter 20, Motor Vehicles and Traffic of the Moline Code of Ordinances, Appendix 10, parking prohibited at any time by removing 42nd Street on the east side between 8th Avenue and 10th Avenue from parking lot north 30 feet, by removing 42nd Street on the east side between 10th Avenue and 11th Avenue, and by removing 42nd Street on the east side from the Springbrook Courts parking area approximately 100 feet north of 11th Avenue, north for a distance of 60 feet, and amending Chapter 20, Motor Vehicles and Traffic of the Moline Code of Ordinances, Appendix 10, parking prohibited at any time by adding 42nd Street on the east side between 10th Avenue and 11th Avenue Court.
Motion to advance the second reading.
Second.
Motion by Finch, seconded by Razak. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson Timian.
Aye.
Finch.
Aye.
McNeil.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Silas.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion to advance to second reading carries. Item number 19.6, an ordinance amending Chapter 20, Motor Vehicles and Traffic of the Moline Code of Ordinances by amending Appendix 11 thereof entitled Park, is that 11 or 2? I don't know.
Sorry.
Is it 11?
It's 11.
Okay. Appendix 11 thereof entitled Parking Prohibited at Certain Times on Any Day by removing the heading 12 p.m. to 6 a.m. and replacing it with the heading 12 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Motion to advance the second reading.
Second.
Motion by Finch, seconded by Schmidt. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderperson Timian.
Aye.
Finch.
Aye.
McNeil.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Silas.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion to advance to second reading carries. Item number 19.7, an ordinance authorizing the issuance of taxable general obligation bonds of the City of Moline, Illinois for financing the acquisition of River Station Building located at 1601 River Drive in Moline.
Motion to advance the second reading.
Second.
Motion by Finch, seconded by Macias. Discussion? Yes, Mr. Schmidt.
I just wanted to reiterate a thanks to staff and our partners who have helped put together a plan that will allow us to make this purchase wherein the existing rent payments will cover our monthly costs on the payments. This is a big piece of the downtown puzzle, solving a couple of problems at once, and glad we're able to do that without incurring a longstanding cost for the taxpayers.
Mr. Timian?
I would also like to thank this council for the forward thinking to have reserve funds available to float the money in the interim before any bonds are issued. It was good fiscal planning to have this extra fund set up, and forward-thinking approach made something like this seamless without any extra headaches. No extra cuts, no extra taxes, benefit to the whole city.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Parr, we thank you for a lot of the negotiation here. Also, can you just remind us, the valuation of this building is X, and we're getting it for 1.6?
Yeah, so 42,000 square foot building, if you just look at replacement cost, if you're gonna go build, and this isn't the number to get hung up on, but if you were to go build that building today, that's a $15 to $18 million construction cost, land construction. Now, that doesn't mean it automatically values it that, so it's the
Yeah.
income approach. We've sized it nicely what it should be. We also looked at the valuation of 50% occupancy, 7% occupancy, just to know that we have plenty of room to be cautious and thoughtful about taking this step. So minimum valuation we put on the building was 5.6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of
At
worst
5.6, and we're getting it
It's
for
a low-
1.65.
Thank you. Anything further from the council?
Just we get happy.
Thank you. I don't know if that'll go on the record because I didn't recognize you to speak. I'm just sorry. to tease you about it. Okay. If there's nothing further, roll call, please.
Alderperson Timian,
Aye.
Finch,
Aye.
McNeil,
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Stylus,
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion to advance to second reading carries, and that's all I have this evening.
Thank
Your Honor.
you. Miscellaneous business. These are busy weeks, especially as we lead up to your Moline 250, or sorry, it is Moline 250. Yeah, but this morning we had another successful Faith Leaders Summit at Trinity Lutheran in Moline. I thank you, Ms. Smith, for helping organize that. Nice turnout. For a second round. The overall plan, just so you know, is for the whole year, a 12-month period, having quarterly meetings with these faith leaders in the community. Our specific topic was about youth issues. We got a lot of good information from folks. I appreciate Chief Galt being there, of course. And we did get some good positive ideas of ways we can help coordinate all of these people who are doing good work and who care about our young people. And then we'll need to make sure that our youth commission understands what's going on in this space so that they can help fund the things that these folks are doing to the right degree. But anyway, we had some really good conversations there today. So in another 3 months, we'll have another one. Listening post, mayoral listening post is tomorrow at 6 at the Prospect Park Pavilion. Again, you're welcome to be there to hear what community members want to talk about. If you're not familiar with what I've been doing with listening posts, if you're new to council, this is something I carried over from school board. It's just an open time to talk with me, and just staff is sometimes there to answer questions as thoroughly as possible. But I'm anticipating a couple different topics, and I'm looking forward to having that informal chat with residents. And then I wanted you to know that we have our third discussion with the Rock Island County Homelessness Task Force. I guess no one's named it, but that's essentially what it is.
Yep.
And Bob did communicate with the chair of the county, who's organizing us all. You know what steps we need to get through tomorrow, Thursday, so that it's not just a cycling around of the same information. So I'm very proud that that is moving forward, and thought you should know. That's what I got. Mr. Silas.
Nothing from me, Your Honor.
Mr. Macias.
Yes, Your Honor. Just wanted to invite everybody to visit the newest spot in downtown.
Yes.
We were at the ribbon cutting, Pop the Cork. It's a wine lounge at the Watermark building. You can buy bottles, but also glasses of wine too. And they have really nice, it's a really cool lounge. They did a really nice job. It's open, it just opened yesterday. So just I encourage people to spread the word and basically spend some time in the newest spot in Moline, in downtown Moline.
Thank you. Mr.
No,
Razak.
nothing, thank you.
Mr. Timian.
I'd like to thank Ashley. I saw her on TV the other day on WQAD. A lot of work has gone into this, and you've been a very big cheerleader.
Are we
for
talking
this.
about this?
Correct, for the 250.
Okay. Thank you.
I'd also like to thank whoever purchased the Allendale residence and is apparently turning it into residential. I saw it on Dispatch
Yay.
today. So that did go through, according to the paper. So whether it is a single family being restored or multifamily, whatever it is, I'm glad that this historic building is being put to good use. And I just think that that's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Finch.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Mr. McNeil.
I would like to thank the Moline Pollinator Preservation Committee for scheduling activities this week for Pollinator Week, and thank the council in advance for attending activities this week, and any staff present. I know you'll be out to support us, so I'm excited for the busy week of conservation.
Mr. Schmidt.
Nothing, Your Honor.
So
Mr.
real
Vitez.
quickly, if we could, Brandon, why don't you introduce the interns before I say anything else?
So no pressure. So first and foremost, it's always nice to see interns come back and represent themselves well. So previous intern, Simon Zimmerman. So that's all unexpected, but nice job this evening. Going to the back, so we have our Bob Turner Scholar intern. Introduce yourself.
Please stand.
Brian Yagby. So returning for his second year, Brian was with us last year and returning this year to work in the executive department. Brian. Maddie Byer, who is a first-year intern, MHS, going through the rotation with us, spending her time with me in Human Resources this week. So appreciate your assistance. Varun Mikola, thank you so much for assisting with that. First-year intern, Moline High School, going through the rotation. Varun spent some time with us in HR last week, and this week you are upstairs an executive. Awesome. Did I miss anybody? So we have a total of 8 interns this year, on top of our abundance intern, which is new as well too. So staying very busy here this week.
And our Just City intern, so we have 10 total?
Yes.
Yes. We have the best internship program in the Quad Cities, in Western Illinois.
Oh my God.
And I won't forget Rowan Smith, who is returning for her 3rd year, who was mentioned earlier in the
Great. Thank you.
That's right.
Public comment. Last chance this evening. None? Okay. We do have executive session.
Your Honor, I make a motion that the council convene an executive session for the purpose of discussion of collective negotiating matters, 5 ILCS 120/2C2, and pending probable or imminent litigation, 5 ILCS 120/2C11.
Second.
That's Silas and Finch. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Timian.
Aye.
Finch.
Aye.
McNeil.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Silas.
Aye.
Macias.
Aye.
Razak.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. That motion carries.
All right. Thank you, everyone.